Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Report. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Ray Man Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your soul story together. And we have a shout out this week to our new friends at ohmtimes.com. If you go to ohmtimes.com, you'll see one of the greatest lightworker magazines on the planet, and you will see our horoscopes there as well. Well, the sun is now in chapter 3 of Libra. This is the master shui, the passionate, intense part of the transit. We'll be working on our long-term partnerships, our romantic marriages, and strategic business alliances as well. The classic kind of cliche of sun in Libra. The moon will be a bit intense this week. It will actually go full by the end of the week. It begins in cutoff Aquarius, then we're juicy in Pisces for 3 days, then a full moon in Aries on Friday night, and then of course we have a chill weekend in Taurus where we'll be manifesting. The moon signs most affected are Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, and the moons falling into the shadow or the dark side of the moon will be the Leo moon, Virgo moons, Libra, and Scorpio moons. Now, looking at orbits, man, this week it's kind of interesting. The moon, of course, starts in the crown, but then by the end of the week will shift all the way down to the root chakra for the full moon, which creates this opposition between the throat chakra and the root chakra. And because this is the full moon in Aries, this is the most intense full moon around survival, root chakra issues. So in each of your 12 horoscopes upstairs, I'll be talking about how this opposition might affect your health and how it affects your chakras in your system. Now, taking a look at the planets, let's start first with the constellations, a new little feature I put in this week, which I had pointed out. And we, of course, overlay the planets on top of this. There's a lot going on with the planets, and some of it has been going on for a long time, and I'm happy to announce some of it is finally ending. For one, we do have this trine between Black Lilith and Saturn. The good news is both Black Lilith and Saturn show that now they're unified at growing, moving forward, healing. And Black Lilith is at step 14 this week, which means that we're going to respond differently based on the fact that we are hopefully feeling karma free. This grand cross or grand square has finally broken apart. You can see that the sun has progressed. Thank goddess for that. Now there's still a T square going on between the three planets, Uranus, Pluto, and Black Lilith is a trigger there. However, with the sun out of this week you're going to find your life going faster and faster and faster because we're starting to feel our life let up. Remember, the sun is what we love. It is basically our life. And then this grand trine, this Black Lilith grand trine is still in effect, but because of Black Lilith being at step 14 and Saturn moving to step 12 at the end of the week, this is going to be a freeing, much more freeing grand trine, and this is going to be us rushing past like water rapids our old issues and probably finding ourselves emotionally in new issues. Well, let's dive in deep to your particular soul, but to do that we've got to take the ascension elevator up, so I'll see you upstairs at 33,000 feet.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Namaste, my captains and Capricorn risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. And boy, there's a lot going on. It's all about career, so you say, and where you go next, and your planning and the day. But really, it's about so much more. Capricorns are finding themselves in the world and where they belong. That's Saturn in Scorpio. Uranus in Aries is also making you innovate your own emotional security and be there for yourself in ways you've never been there for yourself before. And on top of all this, you know, keeping a compassionate mind, keeping a cool mind, keeping a mind that's positive, keeping your thoughts in the green. This has also been part of the dilemma. But this week, it's about stepping into your passion about what you want to do with your future. And honestly, your passion for the future is what drives you, Captain. That's what keeps you going, right? Only it's been so confusing, and you thought your career was just going to take off 2 years ago after Saturn left Libra, last year, and then what happened? Well, ultimately you didn't know or have a marketing plan. You didn't know exactly who your customer was, and you didn't know where your heart really wanted to do business. You just like also doing business well. So this is the time to step into the real business at hand, and this is about the business of the heart. That is what it's all about, right? What your heart truly desires and having joy. That's what decisions should be based on. And this week, decision making goes into passion. We're moving into chapter 3 of the Sun in Libra, and that is leadership. That is not just having a successful career, but leading yourself and others. These are the campaigns that you create with your coworkers and the direction that you go in life. How do we find these big picture kind of events? Well, the sun will go from step 20 to step 26, which is all about the passion that fuels you. So the first thing you need to know is you have to trust your feelings or nothing will work with career. You also have to maintain your commitment with others and step away from the commitments that aren't working. That's this week. Now, Saturn in Scorpio is a big part of the story, which is where do Capricorns belong in the world? Anyways, where's your home? Where's your place? Where are your peeps? Well, Mercury's thinking about that a lot, and it's going to retrograde about that as well. But one thing is for certain, the dead is dead. Capricorns have said goodbye to the old people. I don't think they'll ever come back. I think you now love and trust that that will never happen again. And really, it's time to go out exploring to see where you might belong next on the world or how you might put yourself out there. Intuition, the North Node says, is what you need to listen to. Now, the state of Cancer, which is the state of your marriages and partnerships, the good news is it's no longer at a crippling state. Black Lilith says you must love and trust the karma with the bad relationships is over. You must have that out of your vibe to do anything better. So everything you respond to, every boy or girl you respond to, even ones you're married to, should be based on feeling karmic free, feeling like there's no more karma. And then at the same time, you want to trust that free karma and bet it on relationships that you do want and invest that trust in the people that you do want. That's the state of Cancer this week. For the state of Capricorns, the eye decides. So looking at the week and the slow-moving planets, Jupiter at 19 degrees says, with marriage and partnership, love and trust what you have and what you know. Do not pass go. Do not go backwards. Just keep it moving forward. Love it and trust it. Saturn in Scorpio says you will be repairing any relationships you might have stepped on by accident in your panic to get out of the wrong associations. And you can also heal future relationships or bridge or begin to bridge this week. Uranus in Aries means you need to love and trust yourself emotionally. End of story. Neptune says remain compassionate in your thoughts. And Pluto, which is now on my charts, is direct at 9 degrees in your sign, Captain. And that means you want to act on the new ego, do nothing whatsoever to tread on the old ego. In fact, because it's Pluto, if you act like you used to 5 years ago, it could kill you. It's Pluto. It's the two choices, do it or die. So on Sunday, the moon is in Aquarius, and so you are sunny and manifesting on Sunday, really feeling the potential to manifest, and at the same time loving and trusting that career so far is on the right path. And really, you don't know, you got to trust. On Monday, Sag rules the day, and so now you're exploring with that trust. And Monday's a day to pick up the phone and try new business alliances, to try new strategic partnerships, to try new ideas, new research, new data about career and where the future is going. Now, the moon in Pisces makes you very articulate and able to express yourself. However, on Monday, you must express that self-compassion in the mind, especially, like I said earlier in the week, you must do that on Monday, or you're going to find that you put your foot in your mouth and it's going to be not fun. On Tuesday, the moon is still in Pisces. You're very communicative and you're also pensive. I'd say partly cloudy and pensive. And you are going to lead up to a breakdown or breakthrough or both. Now, it deals with career. It's probably that something will fall apart. Something you thought you wanted to have happen will fall apart. And then it's through the pieces that you find a eureka, a new breakthrough that you wouldn't have seen had it not fallen apart. One of those inventor's accidents that leads to breakthrough. So go with it on Tuesday and be open and communicative to others and be self-compassionate to yourself. If you don't get the breakthrough on Tuesday, it is confirmed or affirmed on Wednesday. The moon's still in Pisces, so you might get some good news. Mercury rules the day. This means information exchange on a big, big scale, and hopefully, career, legacy, future, going down the path that you want. And so Wednesday is a great day to put out the word, and dare to see what happens or what people's reactions are. Because on a Mercury ruled day, it's really all about the talk. Everyone's tweeting on a Mercury ruled day. On Thursday, the moon moves into Aries, and so now you become, this is the day I was telling you where you're going to have to respond differently to your own inner infant. You're going to want to throw breakdowns, you're going to want to freak out. This is technically the full moon's energy early because it's crossing Uranus. And this is an important time to, if you've decided in your career legacy that you're going to be the CEO, you need to respond to yourself like a CEO that morning when you're feeling broken down. You need to respond to yourself like the new legacy, not to the old legacy. You need to not feed the old legacy or feed the old poor me drama. Instead, it's the new you on the horizon. So incidentally, this is a good time to mention that if you signed up for the free open house of the Guardian Agency this week, I'm emailing you every day, several times a day, and I'll be particularly helping those who have signed up on Thursday with that respond to the poor me thing differently. And I play jokes and all sorts of stuff. You just got to try it. It's like hanging out with me all day, which is distracting and yet wonderful. So that is on Thursday. Then Friday. Now Friday the moon is becoming full and Neptune rules the day, so it's partly cloudy and irritable. The moon in Aries makes you irritable, makes you kind of grumpy, might give you digestion issues. In the open of the show where I said there was the tug of pull between the throat and the root chakra, you are heavily affected, Capricorn and Cap risings. I would say heavily affected by that because it's a tug and pull between security and future. And that's just one thing that drives a goat nuts. So intuitively, you want to get to the bottom of what the full moon is about. And it's about letting go of some career things that don't really matter or career things that will affect the inner child. It's also about letting go of inner child issues that keep you from doing what you want in your career. Because you're a baby about this, you can't do that. So the full moon is a release both ways, and it's more about release than it is about resolution, just so you know, because resolution will happen Saturday, Sunday. So, release it, let it go, let it flow, write a note, write the letter you want to your boss, burn it, then write the letter you should, that sort of thing on Friday. Then on Saturday, it's deciding and committing to the career you want. This is where you technically sign the contract with yourself that you're going to go a certain direction. This is where you step into leadership. This might be where you step away from what your boss said, step away from all the advice, and truly step into I am a leader. Saturn, your home planet, rules the day on Saturday, and so I'm expecting the Capricorn race to be very strong. Probably out with their ballpoint pens, signing checks. Now the moon will be in Taurus, so emotions will be in your inner child on top of that. So I think Saturday is going to be a fun day for the Cappies. Now taking a quick peek at next week, the real notes are Mercury retrogrades on Monday. Now Mercury retrogrades on Monday, that means we're going to start rethinking career after we just, rethinking social belonging, after you've already been thinking through it. It showers on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, it's down the rabbit hole of Scorpio, and that is a whole new lesson, my friend, on the horizon. Now, because we are cutting the budget, you understand that, cutting the budget, right, Capricorn? Well, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, exit out the rear of the plane, and this is where we say, put on your parachute, because you've got to jump out. I don't have an ascension elevator for you, but I will see you at the bottom for a serious joy toy and an update to that game. So see you there. Bye-bye.
At Solmar.me, we have prices and specials worth jumping for. Like the Guardian Agency, our digital network that'll watch over you through email 7 days a week, 7 times a day. Come join our free open house next week. Just navigate to Solmar.me. While you're there, fill out your date of birth and email address in our custom form, and you'll get 7 days free. No credit card required to sign up. Come on down. And while you're there, you might want to also check out the Orbits Report and Jupiter Gets Emotional. Now just $11.11 for limited time and for immediate download. At Solmar.me, mind, body, and soul improvement. Parachute not included.
Hello, Captains, and welcome back now for your Serious Joy Toy. And if you're new to my horoscopes, the Serious Joy Toy is like a toy you can play with in your mind and in your life that will help you break through the week or the month's topic or what you're working on. The week and also the month, because I structure it so it gets you through the whole month. So last week we were talking about your infant and how you have to be a super nanny to your inner infant. And that being a super nanny inner infant, making your inner infant happy, we'd started off with this transit saying, if your inner child is happy moment to moment, your career will automatically work out. Remember that? And then I said, okay, now assign a super nanny to taking care of your inner child. If you do that, your career will work out. Well, you're going to be happy. This Serious Joy Toy is a lot more fun for you. I would like you to write a rough draft of your business plan for your inner child. All right? Now, this is not career. This is the business plan. In other words, making your inner child and making your happiness inside of you a serious full-time business. Do that and then show up for your career afterwards. That's your serious joy toy. I think that will bring you to a special place. All right, that's all I have, Captains. Thank you so much for your watching, patronage, and I will see you in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.
TV.
Hello, my brothers and sisters, and welcome back to the most loving space on the internet. And you know what? It's Friday. It's finally Friday, and we got a whole bunch of content. That's right. No, we don't. What am I talking about?